Greeting everyone. Today Lelutka has released their newly mesh head for men, Guy. It's called Guy, and I went to the store and I grabbed the demo. This head is by Lelutka and the skin is by Straydog. So I'm wearing my body and skin I got from Straydog to match the skin for the head and body. This head is version 3.3, as they have updated and included the ability to bake some mesh ready. So this is the new HUD. They have, once you open the HUD, you have some instruction to tell you exactly what has been changed or what the new stuff you can see around here, like what you expect from these options, how to work the menu in here. So I just tried to play with the sliders and everything and to match skin and see what they have done in here. So if you have the Andrea, if you have seen the Andrea, the HUD did not change much, also the tattoos and everything. But let's go again together with the settings. So here you are in the essentials, and this part controls these are the corners, the eyes, here the lashes you control. You make the small ear hole if you hide the ears. Make the ear hole smaller. Okay. And this is of course to keep the ears on. And they have included also the ability to control the movement of the ears, so you can just watch how they move when I change their current position. Like, you can make them extruded a little bit more, like the further is just 4, you can see how it looks like, but you can just keep it on the default, the in pose, neutral pose, if you like that. And then you have all this ability to control your pose. If you would like to pose the avatar, you click on that. To move it again, you click it again. And the tinting layer, this option you can control which layer you like to control to tint the way you want, and how to switch from HSL or hue and saturation light to our RGB. This is a neat feature. This is a new thing I haven't seen before in Andrea. And this is here the sections you can control and the tinting color palette you can select from. Moving on down here to the skins. These are the tint tones given by Straydog. I'm not sure if they will match the skin tones from Lelutka, because they have like cooperation between Straydog and Lelutka. They should match, I think. So I was thinking if you have the ears from Lelutka, is going to be easy to match with the tones on the skins of Straydog and vice versa, I think. But I haven't tried that, so give it a go and tell me about it. So in here you have the skin tone, and you can just control the shimmer. You can see how it shows up because I'm in the high resolution, and you can see all the details on the face. Once I increase the shimmer, or could restore it to the default or remove it. Routing is on and off. This is this part to control bake some mesh, I think, but we haven't have that on SL. So, but this head is bakes on mesh ready, so you be aware when that comes to SL that this head is going to be work fine with bakes on mesh. And this here part is the brow. You can control the colors. There are default colors, 5 colors in here, and you can increase the blend, or you can clear it altogether by switching off this little switch. Moving on to the facial hair, I'm using the beard. This is the beard option. They have different options like shadow, there's no beard in here, different style, and mustache. Oh, there you go. But I like the beard with the mustache together. And you can see the details on the beard is very nice. I like that a lot, and I like the feature and the details on the head is very nice. Also, you can switch it off and on. That's all nicely here, and you can just control the blend as well. You can lower the blend, increase the blend. This, until they have like a Bento beard for this head, is gonna be useful. And also keep in mind this head is Omega compatible, so if you have like a decent beard applier from a store that you enjoy having, like they have an Omega option, you can apply it once you get the relay for this head. And moving on to the makeup section, and as you have seen that before in Andrea, this is the same thing in here, the same makeup. If you have Andrea, then you are aware of this part. You can just apply whatever colors here they have, as you can see. And also you can, let me pause here, and I think you can tint that too. If you go to what we have here, makeup, and you can see how the details changes here on the eyes. This is a very nice feature as well. You have the ability controlling the makeup section, and they have different brushes here. So this is the different colors. This is another tattoo. As you can see, it's gonna be fun. I'm sure you're wondering what's going on with my eyes. These are like gifts from junk food, and they are just gonna animate like that for the eye, before the eye. So moving on to the makeup, you get the idea now. The maker is a very nice feature. I like this much. If you are in a role play and you want to have like a warrior face, you can just try to use the makeup section here. It's gonna emphasize the head more and give it more, make it bolder, if you can see that. And you can just also control the blend mode for this makeup layer, and you can switch it off and back on again when you like, or remove it. And if that didn't work, you still got the residual from the makeup, you're just gonna hit clear. So this part, you can notice clear in each section to control and clear everything that you don't want on your face. Moving on to the tattoos, and again, let me try to apply the tattoo with the makeup and see how this is gonna look like together. And let me try to this hard makeup. Okay, so you get the idea. And then we have the tattoo, and you're gonna go tinting, and then you're gonna go tattoos, leave the makeup off, and then tint the tattoo. So I think this is a marvelous feature, that you have the ability to control that and to tint it the way you want. You can get so many ideas out of this little box with colors and tints and everything. It's gonna be useful. And again, once again, you don't wanna don't enjoy this, you can just clear it, or you don't have to use it. This is the scar. This here is a scar on the side here. Let me clear the makeup so you can see this scar. And I noticed there's no restore in here for the color. It was used to be. So this is the scar, but you can change the color also to make it darker, or whatever color you like, as I showed you with the tinting option. And then you have like freckles, but not freckles. I don't think these are freckles, like more like a muddy face with a tattoo. This is again furthermore freckles, or like a mud on the face, but not so muddy, I think. Well, it's just a nice feature, is you can control also the blend, make it less or more. This is a nice thing. Take it off, clear. Okay, moving on to the hair base. So you get two options for the hair base, and this is the buzz feature. You can see how it looks like. And the other option gives you more like over hair. And this is how the hair base works. So this is a nice feature as well. If you have a hair base by a different store, you can also apply it. And moving on, before we go there, switching the tabs in here, you notice this is the save layer slots. So if you have something you like to save it, you can save skin, brow, facial hair, makeup, hair, lashes, tattoos, and hair bases. So you have the option to save up to 4 for each layer, and this is gonna be useful to quickly switching between the built on the presets to the ones you want to wear. And this is a cool feature as well. So moving on to the next tab is the Animate, and you got the same thing, mood and expressions. Moods, you have to wait. This is the icon for the mood with the eye to work, and you can also delete or stop the mood as you wish, and the head bone movement with the animation, so you can see the head moving with it, I think. But this is most likely to be shown while you're doing the expressions, like can be sexy and sad, rock star for the photo. So these are like sort of static poses, and also you have the expression filters. So these are the filters, like you want to just take off the negative ones, remove the looped, remove the unlooped, others, and positive. So you get to control some of these expressions to stay, to loop, to see whatever you like. And also the favorites, the ones you have selected, you can keep, they become your favorite, or you can purchase more expressions, facial expressions, and add them to your HUD. Moving on to the vocal, you can make it talk, slower, faster, slower and faster they are, or sing. So if you have this with the mic enabled, you will just notice your movement with the mouth and everything. And the mouth, you can just part lips, A or B or C, and then you have open mouth, or you are chewing a gum. So this is gonna be neat feature as well. As you can see, this is a nice thing. I like that. I like the movements of the jaws as well, like you're actually chewing something, and this is superb. Moving on to the eyelids. Eyelids, you can control them. You can make them wide and relaxed, sleepy, and suspicious. So they or closed as you wish. These are the features in here. Blinking option, you can switch it on and off as well. Eye control, so you get the controlling for the eye where you want to point them to. Can make them linked or unlinked, so you can control the movement of one eye instead of the two eyes. And you can mirror whatever you do here. You can switch it over to the other eye if this option is enabled, but you can just keep them linked and mirrored. You put them back in center. Moving on to the other tab, and you have this option to select eye color. So the eyes, are the rigged eyes for the head, and I have chosen to change the color based on my preferences by making one eye green and the others blue from these presets. And I noticed there's a cornered arrow here that controls the size, pupil, the iris inside the eye. So can control. I see I have to select which eye I would like to control. Next to this is the bumpiness. You can control the bumpiness, and you can see slightly how it changes. Let me zoom in here, and the bumpiness, you can see how it turns off, back on, more intense. And the shyness, you can see how shiny the eye can be. And then you move on to the adjusting the shyness as you wish. So the glossiness, let's go wild a bit. Environment, you can see the shyness in here going outside the eye. And intensity, so you can control that as well. So this is a good feature. Or switch it off. Moving on to the mouth.